In the early 2000s, several years after sustaining a spinal cord injury while horseback riding, Christopher Reeve partnered with Amramp Accessibility to ensure he had proper ramp access to stages at his speaking engagements across America. It makes sense that Reeve, who once played the legendary Man of Steel, would partner with Amramp for his accessibility needs. Amramp wheelchair ramps are made from 100% recycled and recyclable steel. But how does the final product come together? The process begins by receiving materials in the production shop. An overhead crane capable of lifting 3 tons unloads material from the delivery truck and places the steel on nearby storage racks or directly onto the CNC machine. From here, the CNC machine cuts sticks of steel angle into smaller pieces. These pieces will be used later to put together frames for ramp sections. The machine is pre-programmed to cut the pieces to a specific length and punch them with a specific hole pattern that will allow pieces to be bolted together during a field installation. As the machine is unloaded, a kit of angle is produced. Each kit contains enough pieces of each required length of angle to fabricate several complete ramp sections. Once a kit is completed, it's transferred to the next production phase, welding. Individual pieces of steel from the kit are placed into a welding jig that holds the pieces in position to weld together a complete frame. Once all the pieces are in place, the welder will drop their mask and begin welding. Each frame is welded upside down, so all welds are on the underside, leaving a flat surface on top. A typical frame may have over 30 individual welds. Once the frame is welded, it's flipped over, right side up, and the appropriate sized mesh is placed on top. The welder then completes a series of small tack welds to bond the mesh to the structural frame, turning it into the walking or rolling surface of the ramp section. Meshing can require up to 100 welds on larger sections. Kits can be welded together either by robot or human welders. According to the American Welding Society, there is a deficit of about 400,000 welders in the US. This robot allows Amramp to keep up with production needs without losing any welding staff. Smaller components of the ramp, such as transition plates, handrails, support brackets, and legs, are created through a collection of cutting, punching, bending, and welding processes. Plates, which provide a safe transitionary surface when entering or exiting from the ramp, are punched and bent in the plate cell. Handrails, which provide an added layer of safety and support, are punched at the rail punch machine. Support brackets and legs are made through the appropriate cutting, punching, and welding processes for each unique piece. Once fabricated, all parts other than galvanized handrails are sent to the powder coating process. Powder coating increases the longevity of steel ramps, helping ensure sections are more resistant to corrosion and maintain their appearance for months, years, or sometimes even decades. Materials are loaded onto the conveyor so they may travel around the system through each phase at a rate of around 6 feet per minute. The first phase is the 3-stage wash system. Parts move through the washer where they're washed, rinsed, and sealed to prepare the surface to receive powder. From there, pieces move through the dry-off oven, which operates at a temperature of about 225 degrees Fahrenheit to dry off wet parts. The third phase is the powder booth. Clean, dry parts enter the booth where a collection of automatic and manual powder guns will blow powder to coat each piece. The conveyor supplies a small static charge to the parts, which attracts the powder to the material. On walking surfaces, Amramp uses a unique, custom powder formulated by ProTech Powder. This adds a superior level of grip to the raised mesh surface, providing some of the best traction in the ramp industry. The final phase is the cure oven. Parts remain in the oven for 35 minutes and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The time and temperature of the oven is selected and tested to make sure the powder is fully baked and cured onto the ramp piece by the time it exits the oven. Finished parts cool down as they travel back to the load-unload area, where they're removed from the conveyor belt and prepared to transfer to the shipping area. In the shipping area, finished ramp parts are packed into inventory orders. Completed orders are moved to the dock, ready to board a truck and travel to your local Amramp team. In 2024, Amramp shipped the materials for almost 4,000 new ramps to be installed across the country. From here, everything is ready for the final step: installing a ramp at a customer's home, business, or event. Each franchise keeps their own local inventory, so they're ready to respond quickly whenever they get a call. Installers will load up their van with the necessary materials and can typically have a ramp completed within a matter of hours, quickly giving customers safe access wherever they may need it.